Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, announced by Dotemu, an original game using old sprites, new sprites, a combination in between, and capturing the spirit of Turtles in Time and the classic Ninja Turtles games. Fuck yeah! I really gotta say, I was being wary initially, but Dotemu has completely turned it around. They have sprites that look old school, but they're clearly new. The 4 unique running animations of the turtles you see, they're still throwing your foot soldiers into the screen, but everything is like embracing the whole Sonic Mania style, new game, old school style.
I really hope it's better than that last Turtles in Time thing, the 3D one that was just goddamn awful. What was it called? Reshelled?
Yes, the one that got deleted from Xbox Live Arcade.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that sucks.
They redid Turtles in Time reshelled, I believe, and then it eventually got removed from XBLA. Straight up, like
fucking good.
Like Rocket Knight.
That game is trash. Kill Rocket Knight too. That oh man.
I think it did get killed. No, they got. I think they both got delisted.
Oh, good.
Excuse me. Tribute Games is making it. Dotemu is publishing. Okay, so Dotemu also involved with the Windjammers 2 stuff going on, and I believe Streets of Rage 4 as well. Yeah, they've in the publishing role. That's it. I was I talked about it a while ago, but like the work they did on the fucking Neo Geo ports was the worst I'd ever seen. Like literally the most.
I remember those
trash tier, god awful PC ports of Neo Geo games. That
I remember you going into the files on that to find like the broken emulators.
Found the ROM set dumped from the Neo Geo emulation sites. Literally the same zip files, and then they just made their own emulator. And that emulator ran it worse than Neo Rage X or Final Burn or Cowax, any of the bigger ones out there. Like their proprietary emulator, the one thing they contributed, made the game run worse. It was kind of insane. And you're charging for that. Like, so yeah, that was a couple years back, and it seems like the stuff they've published since has been pretty solid. I hope this is, because the trailer looks fucking good. Yeah, the market for Sonic Mania style, hey, we just made a new one, but it's like the old ones you liked, never goes away.
No, that especially when it comes after long periods of it's a new one and it's not like the old one. Also, it's bad. That's part of the formula that works really well.
I still think Battletoads should have followed that route.
I also agree. I didn't even care to check out that new Battletoads. That thing looked like shit.
I didn't think it looked like shit, but it should have just gone with the sprites right away. It would have been an easy way to just like nail the look and the feel, and then just work on the sprite content. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Microsoft thought it wouldn't land, but it's like, Mega Man 9 did it, Mega Man 10 did it. Like, as long as it's good, it's gonna be fine. The people you want to sell this to care about those sprites. Just go for it.
Battletoads is overrated anyway.
Well, that's pretty hard.
You know what's not? Fucking Battletoads Double Dragon. That's a fucking cool game.
That's a hard one too, but it is good.
It's weird because I actually don't particularly care for Battletoads, and I don't particularly care for Double Dragon, but I fucking love Battletoads and Double Dragon.
What's up with that?
I think it's cool. That's it. That's the whole thing. I was like 6 years old, dude. I don't know what to give you. I have not played it since like 1993.
No, you're not wrong. That's the shit. Wait, you didn't play it at Game Buzz when it existed downtown?
I did not.
Because there was a store called Game Buzz back in the day that was like they had a NES set up, and the only game in it was Battletoads Double Dragon for pretty much the entire couple years that shop existed before they fucking ran out of business.
Yeah, I didn't see it there.
Anyway.
That place was such a fucking...
I knew it. He took the bait. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I'm like, I can't bring up Game Buzz without you fucking going off on it.
They stole my Deadly Premonition pre-order.
Yeah, they fucking do. They're the worst. That's the place where they ripped off, where the fucking the Neo Geo, I think it was the MVS system or the AES system rather, was sitting up there for like almost pretty much $1,000 for years.
Yeah,
that's the place that was with the rip-off second impact giant attack prices. You know, they leaked the Pokemon.
This is part of the story that, like, I really wish I had told at the time, because do you remember the story I told on the podcast that got everybody mad about me tricking that Super Street Fighter copy out of that employee?
Mm-hmm.
That was at Game Buzz!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The place that, like, ripped us off constantly and was fucking filled with assholes who leaked out the fucking Pokemon games, all sorts of shit.
When that screenshot of someone going, "Hey guys, I got Pokemon in hand," like a week early, where he had his receipt.
Which one was it?
It was whatever became before X and Y.
Yeah, it was the one before X and Y, where they fucking just sold it like as soon as it came in,
mm-hmm.
and Nintendo fucking nuked them. And that's part of the reason why they went under, because they were never able to fucking carry Nintendo games ever again.
They're also the ones responsible for locally being the first to round up that extra $10 for Street Fighter 4 and never round it back down for any other game. They put the $10 premium on Street Fighter 4 and kept it that way even when shit went back to normal. When the dollar went back to normal, you know, fucking gross. I want to say they had a copy of, I don't remember which one, but one of the Phoenix Wright games that was rare or more rare than the others was sitting on their shelf for like $200 or some shit like that. And
I remember
what fucking like
I forget who it was in there, but they came in, and it might have been Matt, went in to sell like a copy of like Third Strike for
Second Impact. That's what I was just saying.
Second Impact.
Yeah. And then
he was like I could give you $10 for it, and then he pointed to like the fucking $300 copy that was right behind the guy.
And he's like, "Hey man, I got a business to run." And then the employee
just walked away.
And then the employee outside goes, "Hey dude, I'll take it off your hands for like 30 or whatever, like a litter price." And he was like, "Fuck off." Yeah. You know. It was just, that was the spot. It all went down at fucking Game Buzz.
That place is a shithole. Fucking Game Zone in Verdun was great right up until the owner fucking died. And then it was not as great.
And then the new owner basically stopped paying people, from what I can tell.
Yeah, and ran into the ground. Yeah.
Yep. Hey man, the infamous fucking Marvel story started there. Shoutouts to
I think what
Zone
might be the weirdest thing about that Game Zone was that the owner was on the like, "Hey, call us answering machine, like press 1 for English, press 2 for French. Hey, these are our orders of operation," and they never changed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were calling a ghost to find out when the store would open.
Man, it's fucked up, but it's like, support your mom and pop game stores, except the only other two that are not fucking GameStop here
or
in
Best
Montreal
Buy.
Were fucking
like
just trash.
Terrible. Like by the end,
or became
I was
trash.
Glad they both went out of business.
Yeah, they were great at first, and then they became fucking trash.
There was literally only one reason to go to Game Buzz, and that's because the employees there didn't give a fucking shit and would sell you shit early. The same guy that sold me Super Street Fighter 4 early sold me Bayonetta over a month before release, and he knew he didn't give a shit. He just sold it to me. He didn't give a fuck.
So I was friends with the guy who became the first manager within the, like, he was there for like 3 years or so, and he was really chill. And I remember his whole thing was just like, he was laid back because he knew the owners gave less than 0 fucks, essentially, you know. And but like he was, I think he was only there for like the first 2 years or so.
What did he look like?
Black guy.
Oh, that the taller black guy?
No, not tall.
No, okay, well, it's tough for me to actually, because he was taller than me. But he worked at the one in the basement before going to the one onto the movie theater?
I will type his name into the chat.
I don't remember his name, dude.
Oh, okay.
I remember him as being the guy at Game Buzz.
Okay, well then.
Because like I played through halfway of Halo 3 with that dude at the movie store.
He was
out.
He was in the indoors one?
Yeah.
That wasn't him.
Oh, it was a different guy? Okay.
Yeah. He worked the guy I'm talking about worked the outside store.
Oh, I never went to that outside store once after I met the fucking owner.
Okay.
The owner is such a fucking piece of shit.
Not great. Not great. Yeah. It was so nice to have a mom and pop style game store show up out of nowhere downtown.
Yeah.
And
it had good decor, and it had a lot of rare games in it.
And it had that like 90s spray painted walls store look, where you had some ugly ass some ugly ass art of some video game characters, you know. Same thing for Game Zone, actually. They both had
the same aesthetic.
Like super weird metallic spray painted walls and like ugly Solid Snake, ugly Cloud.
Dude, Game Zone had that 15-year-old fucking Solid Snake statue from the MGS2 launch. It looked like shit. It looked goddamn awful.
I will say, man, like I've been to local game stores in other cities in America and in Ontario, and like every city has one of these stores, one of these mom and pops with a bunch of ugly ass like marquees out of place, you know, like maybe even like a graffitied wall with just like ridiculous out of proportion Pikachu. You know. Yeah, like a super wonky Mario. Always. But yeah.
It's always unlicensed.
Rest and rip. No one gave a fuck that worked there. And hopefully you didn't get ripped off by those fucking secondhand prices. You know?
I think I remember, you know what? I fucking remember why I started buying games at Game Buzz, and it was because Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out, but for some reason, the GameStop, you know, the EB in the mall, like, it came out. I'm like, is it in? They're like, nah, maybe next week. I'm like, why?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
And they'd be like, I don't know, just maybe next week, and it literally wasn't even there the next week. And then I went over to Game Buzz and they had a copy, and I'm like, "Do you know what fucking happened with EB?" And they're like, "Don't know. Our shit came in on time."
Every SNK collection that came out for PS2, I ended up buying from Game Buzz because the EB would promise it, and then you'd show up and they'd go, "Try next Thursday," indefinitely, because that was what they were told to do.
You know what the worst part was? Part of that, like, hey, is Call of Duty 4 in? Question 1, did you pre-order it? I go, yeah. And he goes, no.
What?
What is it like? Yeah. Question 1 was, did you pre-order it? And then he checked and was like, well, no, it's not in. like fucking
Mhm.
like, and I was like, give me my fucking money back. And he's like, okay, fine. And then I went and bought it at the Game Buzz.
Mhm.
I
Well,
like
what was kind of wild was seeing that there was two guys that were like the EB guys that
yeah,
were,
I
you
remember.
know, and they ended up at Game Zone before they closed. So
Is that
there's
true?
like, yeah, they were last time I went in there in the later years, when they were trying to open up the net cafe in the basement. Those guys were there too.
It
So similar faces end up in these
you know
game stores in Montreal.
it says a lot. Willie, are you aware that the EB Games in the Eaton Center of downtown Montreal is the highest traffic EB Games in the entire country?
Would that be because it's the only one in the only game store besides Best Buy in the downtown core?
Yep. And it is dead center of the downtown core. Whereas if you go to Toronto, there's a bunch all over their downtown core.
Yeah,
Montreal, it's this one.
there's one. It's the one.
So it is the highest traffic, most sales of any EB Games slash GameStop in the entire nation of Canada.
And
And
yet,
yet it is the shittiest store I had to constantly go to that I have now not bought a retail game in like 8 years. Like
and
it,
with the most foot traffic in the entire country, 3 or 4 walls are still apparel, toys, and Funko Pops.
yeah.
One wall is games, and whatever you buy, of course, has already been opened, and then they hand you their discs from behind the counter as they put them back into the case. Because, God forbid there's any any pieces of paper in there that you're not supposed to see, with any digital codes on them that you're not supposed to have.
The last time I was in there, I just wanted to buy a red controller, and it I'm not going to say it almost escalated into like a fight or even an argument, but do you know that level of uncomfortableness when you're talking to a retail employee where you are going to snap? Like not snap like yell, but like just be like, just give me my fucking thing. You know, that kind of snap where it's just like the transaction took like 5-6 minutes of just constant, hey, do you need this? Hey, do you want this? Hey, do you have this program? Hey, do you have this? Hey, do you have this? And every single time was just a deadpan, no, 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 I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't have it. No. Like, on and on and on. And I'm just like, oh my God. The guy has to ask that shit for his
Mm-hmm.
numbers,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's required.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing could possibly drive me further away to Amazon or even to Best Buy, right? Like,
You you
holy fucking shit.
you don't want the warranty, disc cleaner, and Optimum card?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, fucking rip to that life.
The only thing that comes close is the fucking source asking you for your email so they can sign you up for some bullshit mailing list
Every time. Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah,
part of the purchase
exactly.
process.
Well, and it's not even like,
And they're
hey,
like,
it's not even, hey, can we email the receipt to you, or any, or would you like to sign up? It's literally, I'd like to buy this. Okay, beep. What's your email?
what's your email?
And the answer is why? Like, what part of the
And then they
purchasing
tell
process?
you, and you go, no.
Yeah,
And they go, are you sure? And you go, yeah, I'm sure.
but like the fact that it's brought up in that way, where it's like, no, this is part of the purchasing process now. You didn't know? Mm-hmm.
Like it's wild. Like all these retailers were like, "Oh no, digital's gonna eat our shit. Let's double down on like all the
Everything
worst,
that makes brick and mortar
worst
awful.
things."
Mm-hmm. I remember, shout outs to wherever it was, but I remember seeing someone screenshotting a thread where someone described how they used their GameStop as a bank, by
Yeah.
making pre-orders, putting money in, and then never really
Just
buying
refunding them before the
anything,
games came out.
just
Yeah.
refunding it to get the cash. Exactly. Like, fucking wow, you know. I mean, Shmup God Pat would often bring bags full of old games and just do the work, do the deals, add up this number, put that together with that, get a massive discount on this, get this for free, trade in for a console, whatever the case is. He did all of that. You know, I never, like I said, I don't want to get rid of any of my old shit. But fucking turning it into a bank is like next level. Anyway,
That story was weird because like part of it was like I don't trust myself to keep money in the house. So I keep it safe from myself at GameStop because I have to go down there to get it out.
is that why you would pre-order?
No, not me. I'm talking about the story you were just talking about using GameStop as a bank.
Yes, right. Yes, sure.